You won't be going overseas, almost guaranteed.
Oh,
Okay. So Joe and I looked at that pretty hard, and we decided that no, as tempting as that might be, no. So then the DOE federal couriers were looking for people. And Joe and I both looked at that pretty hard. And I said, "You're never home. You're always on the road." And one guy, one that I talked to the member of the security teams when I was working up storage areas, I got to know him much. He said, "Well, talk to Bob, or whatever this guy's name was. He had a book on every town they went to. He could tell you where the bars were, where this was, where that was, where the best restaurants were, everything. He had it on every town they went to our way. Remain overnight. Anyway, really? Yeah, we're always on the road. So when I was in Nevada, I talked to a guy who was on Air Force One security. He said the job sucked bad. The Secret Service even thought worse of it than they did. He said, "How in the world did you get on that?" Just the way it happened. What do you think of it? It really sucked. You don't see me working it now, do you? It's interesting at first. There's a lot to learn and it's important and all that. But you might be in China today and Argentina tomorrow, you know. And if they say you're going, it's right now. Doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You're going immediately now. I'm like, no, don't think so. No, don't want any part of that. Your Marcy's husband, Clay. Him and her both had been in all the stands a couple of times.
Yeah.
Right. He had stepped on a mine, I think it was, and didn't blow up. Okay. So he had some fun there too as well.
Oh, she had some fun. She got to jack up
Prince Charles.
In Charles.
Yeah. Anyhow, the problem with it, and he was on the security detail for the chief of staff of the Air Force. Now that would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Strictly Air Force, but you could be going anywhere in the world. That one. And he gave them, he said, "Boys and girls, I'm leaving. Since I got to retire, but I'll give you any base you want to go to, any duty you want. It's yours." So they said they thought they would go to Texas and he would teach the security police academy. Well, within a couple of years, they'd had enough of Texas.
Yeah.
And decided to go back to Virginia, which is where he's from.
Hot down there.
I mean, it is very hot down there. But he made a smart move, in my opinion. But would you want to teach at the academy? Maybe. But how many years are you going to be down? You know, there's a lot of what
How can you sustain doing that?
Not many, probably. He has airborne fire teams and everything else, so I don't think he got into Raven training. Like Raven was really always in the bad. I got to meet those guys, and I'm really impressed with their training, but surely didn't want to be one. They had some special deal down in Phoenix too. They had a bunch of advanced training. I was very impressed with the training. I said, "How come we didn't get that?" Well, you know how it is. Ain't enough money to go around for everybody to be A teams. But you know, his job working for the Federal Reserve, that's a pretty good job. He's a guard for the Federal Reserve Bank, I think, not for the shipments. I don't think so. If that's correct, I might be wrong on that. He's probably could go home every night, so that's a plus. I wanted to work atomic security in Colorado or in Minneapolis. Their mom said no. And probably a smart move. Will we had a lot more money? Oh yeah.
And a graduate been sucking?
Probably a lot. I don't want to be in Colorado now for any amount of money. It's got so much to our left. Probably shouldn't put that on the team.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Most people probably agree with that.
Anyhow, these different things pop up and you don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
When I was in Sentry Dog School, and then they put me out, took me out, and then put me back. Got to the academy, and they said, if you want to go back to Sentry Dog School, you can. You know, I was really happy when I was there, but I've been in Texas for a couple of months now, And I'm tired of Texas. I just want to leave Texas. But you can be a sentry dog guide tomorrow. Next class starts in about half 5 days or something like that. I'm going to say get me out of Texas. Okay. Well, had I taken that, my whole career would have been totally different. Had I stayed in radar, my whole career would have been radically different. You know,
Yeah, you may not have gone at all.
or you might have, because there were radar sites there too. And the chief got his Medal of Honor finally from a little radar detachment in Cambodia. It wasn't Laos, I think it was. It wasn't officially there.
Two countries where you typically didn't exist or bomb.
Well, the thing is, they gave him the Air Force Cross because they didn't want to admit where he was at.
Yeah.
He ended up getting killed in the battle, saved all of his troops and everything. But he was a chief master sergeant in radar. And they had just gotten M16s with almost no training. They fought off a fairly big attack. He was killed in the attack. All his troops got out of there alive. And that type of stuff. So that was great. But he didn't get his medal until a few years ago. It was still that classified. And they finally admitted, yeah, we were allowed, so I can't do that. So Laos, Cambodia, what was the other country? So I know at Da Nang we sent our guys into Cambodia heavily. What am I missing?
So many things.
Yeah. But anyhow. Barry admitted that he was in Laos doing refueling for CIA. It was after his 50 years. Talk about it. You know? What does that smell? Is that the sausage?
I think so. Yeah.
Why do I think they still haven't got asphalt?
Because they have
Stop. I think the 4th of July people are going places. We'll see if there's going to be
one here.
not yet. Or the 5th.
I don't think
The first layer of asphalt is down. I put a second layer on. Yep.
I guess they can actually work. I figured they'd just put cones up and then not do anything till after the 4th. Yeah, the week of the, the fair and stuff.
Well, this is not going to affect it too much.
I know. Still.
They might have this done by the 4th.
Maybe.
They might get it done by the 4th. They might not.
Our hotels up here.
Less than pleasant ones.
Yes.
Our hotels are going to cost us a whole bunch of money. $185 for one, 170. One night, 170 something for the next night.
So the weekend and
Friday's the most expensive.
Okay. Well, yeah. might have been able to go to another place, but we never really looked.
Well, as you were looking, the things were disappearing quickly.
Yeah. I think they have some concert going on that weekend.
Something, but anyhow, there was a whole bunch of.
That was back in
Don't
March.
Don't hit. Yeah, I know. Don't hit Joe's car.
That little whole area. We're going to go across the street. And take the dump truck around. White Broadway.
They used to let you park there and watch the planes. Because of interesting people, it's no longer probably allowed. Went pretty good out there.
Yeah.
Had to run all 3 generators. Our old one started right up after we figured out what we were doing. Remember, we're going to be waddling around ski tubes.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
But what we can do,
Well, we'd have to go down to Curtin anyhow, so
Yeah.
it makes no sense to go there.
yep,
Just go down, around,
right out of town.
around and down, run out of ground.
Edge of town. Down. Goes to street. Always wanted to get there just because of the sun.
So they were talking about that road, that hill
Yeah.
that he was doing. They were showing a video. Some guy went to that area and drove the hill. He says it's exactly like the song is. He says it was a steep hill with a lot of switchbacks.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Well, it's Beartooth Road.
He said the beat store don't exist no more, but he says the road is just as terrible as the song is. He said, yeah, they've probably put a lot more runaway things in since then, but
Yeah.
oh, maybe it's open. There's no little signs really.
Yeah.
I'd say it's open.
Looks like it might be.
Not that I can see they did anything.
They sealed the road.
Yeah, I
They
guess that's it.
they passed some sections here and there. Passed and sealed. Oh, a bunch here.
Well, I guess the engineers can actually do something.
Oh. Challenge that.
Hot day today. Hot day tomorrow too.
Yep.
We might get a little bit of relief. Next week's gonna be hot.
Yep.
And it's Wednesday of next week through Sunday they're talking 92, 95.
Well,
and
we
and,
won't-
and and in Forks too. And Fargo.
I don't
not all
know.
over
I
the
don't
place.
know that we're going to Fargo.
I have no idea if we would or not.
We might if Joe and Julie aren't able to.
I don't know.
See if they are.
Jess said we always drop by her place.
Their place?
Her
That's a
place.
lot.
Jess's place. She lives in Fargo.
Oh. See how we don't need to go to the center on her. An apartment with kids.
I don't know.
Well, look at this, will you? How close can we get to that?
No trouble. Pretty close.
I don't know.
Oh, well, sit the Burke is already gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, they're not up.
Uh-huh. Road closed. Caution.
Well, too little. Or do we want to later go with mom and go run around?
I don't know. Road closed. Since
That one.
there's a Cybertruck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They do have air conditioning in those things. And heaters.
It's an interesting outfit, but I wouldn't buy it.
Oh, somebody said says the front has no engine in it. It's all in the back. Or underneath. There's plenty of room to put your own gas generator in there.
Probably need it.
For when those brief unperiod times when there's no charging station. Yeah.
Another bad idea for lots of reasons. Sucks pretty tight. Road closed through traffic. Well, we might not be able to go very far.
Go up and see it and turn around.
That's about it from the looks of it. There's a detour, it says.
Oh, okay. That's a detour.
They're not going to let you take detours across the canyon.
Oh, yeah.
So this is as close as you're going to get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
But for bicycles, detour for bicycle and pedestrians. So
yeah. They are digging.
yes, they were.
It sucks if you live in one of those houses.
Well, eventually it will be.
Open.
Yeah. Until then, it's quite the mess. There's no other way to get there.
Not really.
But we're being sharp. Not driving home. It's already 87. Is that a good number?
Probably hotter.
It says
Probably
80.
hotter than that.
It says 84.
Yeah, well, it probably was in the shade. My weather station at the house was saying 80. We're left so it's probably 80. Well, it feels like temperature, the dew point's like 62.
Yeah.
So the dew point, the index is like 2 or 3 degrees above the temperature.
Yeah.
So it's probably feels like 91 or 92. My camera's are a bit warmer and stuff. Run between here and there. Like I have it on the board. It's also recording 8K, which is probably something I shouldn't probably be doing either. But look, cool. And then I spend 4 hours on the editing it on the computer. Oh yeah, one of those guys makes those 2-hour-long 8K runs. He was telling me on YouTube that he has like a really high-end, like $10,000 high-end computer, and it still takes him over an hour to edit the 8K footage.
It's just because it's so much.
Well, he's using 8K 60, so I'm only using 8K 30. And I'm only doing a 30-minute session or something. He's doing 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so I've double the data. Probably in higher frame rate or higher bit rate. I do it. I'm editing at the highest frame rate or highest bit rate that the program would do, 200 megabits a second. So of course then you got YouTube compression, which compresses it down anyway. So. Can't control the glare on the windshield, guys.
Something. That's probably gonna stay patient for a week. That's right. Wait till you get it right about just 5 hours. Let's get cold. I was worried about stuff that might come. See, I know.
Red check.
Well, we'll see if it can be set to order. Ugh.